Commissioner with a very important announcement regarding rules changes for the upcoming season. In an effort to become the most complete fantasy football league in the history of fantasy football, the Always Sunny in Sayreville Commissioner's Office is constantly looking at ways to make our league better. One thing we're going to add this year is going to be a coach's challenge. There are 3 scoring options that are not available through ESPN. They're actually not available, period. The goal is to make the scoring as accurate and true to the game as possible. So over the course of the last couple of years, I've been discussing it with a couple of people that I trust and come up with 3 scoring rule amendments that will be available through Coach's Challenge only. What that means is, after the week's games are over, meaning after Monday night, if you notice that one of these 3 following rules applies to one of your players, it's your responsibility to email me, the commissioner, with the link to the NFL.com page that shows the proof for the rules that I'm about to describe. The reason I'm using NFL.com is because our site is run on ESPN.com. I want to use a separate site for statistics to cross-reference. The first available Coach's Challenge is going to be fumbles on special teams not counting against offensive players. Last year I had Dez Bryant on my team, and Dez Bryant returned a few punts. If Dez Bryant returns a punt for a touchdown, I don't get the points for that in our league. But during a punt return, Dez Bryant fumbled the ball, and I lost 2 points. But if I'm not going to get the points for him scoring on a punt return or a kick return, why should I lose points if he fumbles during a special teams play? So, if your player fumbles during a special teams play and it counts against you, you can email me with the link to the page that shows what play, because there's always a play-by-play breakdown. As long as you can email me the link to the page where it shows that it was a special teams fumble, then I'll return those 2 points to you. The second Coach's Challenge is going to be for 4th down stops. If an interception is a turnover and a fumble is a turnover, then why isn't a 4th down stop a turnover? It's just as hard to do, sometimes even harder to do. It's more rare than an interception or a fumble. You've taken the ball away, you've stopped the team dead in their tracks, and oftentimes 4th down stops come at critical moments in the game. So why shouldn't your defense get credit for that? If your defense stops an offense on 4th down, and you can email me the link to the page where it said turnover on downs, your defense will get a point. And the third rule available to Coach's Challenge is going to be touchdowns scored against a team's offense. Let's say you had the Jets defense last year, and they're standing on the sidelines while Mark Sanchez is throwing interceptions to defensive linemen that are getting returned for touchdowns. And he's running face first into someone else's ass, fumbling the ball, which gets returned for a touchdown. If the defense wasn't even on the field, how are they being penalized for the points that are being scored? So if you can email me the link where it says that the touchdown counting against your defense was actually scored against that team's offense, then I will restore those points to you. So that's it, guys. 3 Coach's Challenges available to you, but only until noon on the before the next week's games. Meaning, if I don't get your email before noon on I'm not gonna do anything for you. This is on you. You gotta throw the red flag. But you have the opportunity to get the truest score for your players and for your defense as it relates to the game, because your commissioner is always looking out for you. Have a good season.